Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Talk Show. I'm Carla Elizondo. Inside Talk Show, it's an inside job. We're here studying the inner self. Know thyself, and you shall know the universe and all the gods. Know yourself, study yourself, develop yourself. If you don't develop yourself, nobody else can or will. We are continuing the reading of The Science of Getting Rich, ding, by Wallace D. Wattles. And we are on chapter 12, effective action. We're a couple pages in, continuing, recapping a little bit, and then continuing this chapter. Effective action. Every act is in itself either effective or ineffective. Every ineffective act is a failure. And if you spend your life doing ineffective acts, your whole life will be a failure. The more things you do, the worse for you, if all your acts are ineffective ones. On the other hand, every effective act is a success in itself. And if every act of your life is an effective act, your whole life must be a success. The cause of failure is doing too many things in an ineffective manner and not doing enough things in an effective manner. Are you doing things in an effective manner or an ineffective manner? We talked yesterday about productive activities and non-productive activities. Every single thing we do, whether it be for our health, what we eat, if we decide to exercise or not, for our mental health, what we watch, what we engage in, the conversations we have with ourselves and others, our habits, our work habits, how we manage our time, how we show up, how we treat other people. Every single thing is just a decision. It's an act. Is it effective or ineffective? Does it help our cause or get us farther away from our cause? It says the cause of failure is doing too many things in an ineffective manner and not doing enough things in an effective manner. You will see that it is a self-evident proposition that if you do not do any ineffective acts and if you do a sufficient number of effective acts, you will become rich. If it is possible for you to make each act an effective one, you see again that the getting of riches is reduced to an exact science like mathematics. It's scientific if you think about it. If ineffective acts breed failure and effective acts breed success, the more effective acts you do leads to a life of success. So we're not talking about being perfect here. It's just do more effective acts than ineffective acts. 60-40, hello. It would still be on your side. You would still get closer to where you want to be. It's inevitable. Success is inevitable. If you find a way to replace those ineffective acts with effective acts, find a way to replace those non-productive activities with productive activities. One at a time. I gave you that assignment yesterday. Do just one. Find one area, one habit, one thing you do that can seem very minuscule. There's a really good quote by Robert Heinlein that says, "In the absence of clearly defined goals, we become strangely loyal to performing daily trivia until ultimately we become enslaved by it." In the absence of clearly defined goals, we become strangely loyal to engaging in trivial things of trivia. Social media. Nothing bad wrong with it, but are we doing that more than we should? We become strangely loyal to performing trivial acts. Have you ever found yourself in the middle of the day, God, where did my time go? It can just take one ding, you're down a rabbit hole for an hour or two or three. That's why I say, oh my God, TikTok is so dangerous. It doesn't have a little clock on the top. And I'm like, oh my God, you can't stop. It's addicting. And it's made that way. We need to start using it rather than it using us. Anything that we find distracting, right? It's just about distractions, managing it. And we can, and you will. So like I said, back to homework assignment, take one ineffective or non-productive activity and replace it with one effective or productive activity and see how things change. The matter turns then on the question of whether you can make each separate act a success in itself, and this you can certainly do. So he's continuing. So if it is an exact science, if your success was guaranteed based strictly on if you have the ability are able to be productive more than you are unproductive, be effective more than you are ineffective, because not every single thing we do will be effective or productive. We want to just have the shift off. I'm off and just relax. But the majority of the time is what he's talking about. So if it's guaranteed, then the question is whether you can make each separate act that you do a success in itself. And this you can do. You can make each act a success because the infinite is working within you and the infinite cannot fail. The supreme power is at your service. It's within you. I talked the other day about, or not the other day, it was funny. I came to that realization as I was talking about it. Think of God as the ocean, and each wave is an individualized expression of the ocean or a drop of water. Me, you, every single person is a drop of water in the ocean. Well, just imagine ocean is God. Everything that is permeates, penetrates that force. And it's like taking a cup, dipping it in the ocean, and now I'm in a physical form containing all God, all ocean in me, all the water, and I'm just a container. I'm a cup of God. We're all cups of God. And when I die, I'll be poured back into the ocean. So that supreme power is at our service. It's within us. It's within us. Just like the water, it's within us. We are the vessel. It's within me. The supreme power is at your service to make each act effective, and you only have to put your own power into it. Willpower, focus. Every action is either strong or weak. When you are strong, you are acting in the certain way, which will make you rich. And remember, Wallace D. Wattles was talking about monetary riches, but it's applied to every type of richness, relationships, health, expression, creative expression. Oh my gosh, ideas, rich in ideas. Every action is either weak or strong. Okay, every act can be made strong and effective by holding your vision while you are doing it and by putting the whole power of your faith and purpose into it. He's going into just whatever you're doing, put your mind in it. Get your mind right. How many things do we do mindlessly? My mind is somewhere else. We're not paying attention to what we're doing. It's a habit. We could do it with our eyes closed. Have you ever driven someone? You're like, I don't even know how I got home. Your mind is somewhere else. You're driving. Your body is driving, but your mind is in a conversation with somebody, in an argument with somebody, daydreaming about whatever. Our mind is somewhere else, but it sure ain't here focused on the steering wheel and on the windshield and in the street. We're not paying attention. We're not, but we're doing it. So he's saying every act can be made strong and effective by holding your vision while you're doing it, putting the whole power of your faith and purpose into it. So it's at this point that people who separate mental power, their mind, they separate their mind from the personal action, what we're doing. It's here that we fail. They use the power of mind in one place. My mind is over here. And so they use the power of the mind in one place and at one time, and they act, driving, in another place and at another time. Thus, their acts are not successful in themselves. Too many of them are ineffective. But if you put the supreme power in every act, no matter how commonplace, every act will be a success in itself. Every success opens the way to other successes. Your progress toward what you want and the movement of what you want toward you will become increasingly rapid. What is it that you're doing? What is it that you're interested in? Focus. Our minds usually are over here and it might be in doubt. Why am I doing this? Oh, I'm not good enough. I don't trust myself. I'm doubting, but we're still doing it. Our heart's not in it. Remember, for anything to show up in the physical world, anything, this is our mind again. Conscious thinking mind, emotional feeling mind, subconscious results, our little body. For it to show up here and to be effective, we can't just know it or think about it, talk about it. We must be emotionally involved and feel it. It is not enough to just know it or think it or simply just do it. We have to feel it, or the results will never show up. It says, remember that successful action is cumulative in its results. Okay. They must be congruent, our thoughts with our emotions. We got to believe what we're thinking. We have to believe it, or it won't show up here. So remember that successful action is cumulative in its results. When you begin to move toward a larger life, more things attach themselves to you, and the influence of your desire is multiplied. This is because the desire for your life is inherent in all things. Like attracts like. Work begets work. Busy people are busy, get busier. They get more tasks. The person who's sitting around doing nothing, nothing's going to come to them. I've been both places. Okay. Do every day all that you can do that day, and do each act in an effective manner. We forget this a lot because we are in fear and our mind flows into worst case scenarios, or it's beating ourselves up for the past. Remember, our intellectual faculties, those higher, we have those 5 senses, the lower senses of our animal bodies, see, hear, smell, taste, touch. But what makes human beings the apex creature is we have inside unseen faculties: memory, reason, intuition, imagination, the will. Am I missing one? Perception. That's what runs the show. A lot of us hear about these things, but we don't know how to use those higher faculties, but that's really what runs the show. And I am going to do a class on it. Mark my word, if you want to be a part of it, message me. I'll send you the link when I get the date set. I had to postpone it, but so we have, remember, those intellectual faculties are like a tool, a sharp tool. Let's think about imagination. So he was saying, when you begin to move toward life, more life, the things attach to themselves, and what you desire is multiplied. This is because the desire for life is inherent in all things. Do every day all that you can do that day. That's where I was going. Today, do all you can do. Watch those inner tools, those inner faculties. Say, this is the tool of imagination. We have it. Here's the handle, here's the blade. The best way to use imagination is to hold it, the handle or the knife, imagination, and carve out what we want in our future. What are you imagining? Oh, what makes you feel good? What do you want to happen today? Today. Where are you at? Where are you living? But mostly we hold the imagination by the blade, not the handle, and we cut ourselves. We imagine worst case scenarios based off the past. We're just bringing our luggage with us. And we're just imagining it's going to be just like the past. And it's just a train that keeps going, imagining them, just negative results keep happening. You have to imagine something brand new. That's why that Genevieve B. ran, quote, my mind, your mind, our minds. My mind is a center of divine operation. The divine operation is always for expansion and fuller expression. And this means something beyond what has gone before. Something entirely new, not included in past experience, though proceeding out of it by an orderly sequence of growth. You get that? We have got to forget the past. The past is dead. You know, what is it? The past is over. It can touch us not. Die. Renew your mind each day. Forgive yourself and others. If you don't, you can't move forward. That's a big, big thing. Resentment, grievances, unforgiveness of yourself or others weigh you down energetically, psychically, emotionally. And it shows up in our lives. If you're waiting for something, if you've been waiting for a dream to come true, if you've been waiting to feel like you're living the life you want to live, if you're waiting to feel good, W-A-I-T, you're waiting because you have so much weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, weight from the past, weight from what they've done, emotional, spiritual, energetic, and it could show up on your body, physical weight. I certainly know that in times of stress, like I've gained weight. I've been weighted down physically and energetically, spiritually, emotionally. And it's causing me to wait for what I want. It's holding me back. It's slowing down the process. We're dense. We're heavy. We're not light. We can't fly. We can't move. We're not free. Think about that. What is weighing you down? What weight do you have that's making you wait for the things you want? It's such a big topic. One of my favorite ones. I'm not sure how I got on that tangent, but do every day all that you can do today and do each act in an effective manner, day by day, one day at a time, day by day, one day at a time. All we have today, this is good. Every time I look at this and I use an example, it is 11:11 a.m. on November 11th. It is 11:11 on 11/11. Use this time. It's all we have right now. Where are you dwelling right now? That will become your future. Ooh, there's a really good quote that I'm going to read to you right now. Right now. Where is my copy here? Where is the copy of my... Here it is. Okay. You are today what your thoughts have brought you. So you are today, right now, November 11th, 11:11 a.m. I say this to myself, Carla, I am here right now. I'm here right now today because my thoughts have brought me here. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. So what we're thinking right now, what we're getting emotionally involved with right now, will dictate our tomorrow. Where we dwell today will become manifest physically, that we're going to physically dwell in tomorrow. We are building our dwelling daily. Where do you want to live? I understand that we're physically somewhere, living somewhere. But is that where you physically want to live, or do you want to change it? If you want to change it, dwell in your mind first. I highly recommend Neville Goddard's books. I love Neville Goddard. We do readings every morning. If you're a part of the program that I teach, 6-month program, it is so powerful. If you're interested, contact me. But take it day by day. Take it day by day, one day at a time. And just trust. Don't worry about tomorrow. Take it day by day, hour by hour if you have to. That helps me. I share a story of thinking about not drinking anymore, quitting, getting sober. And that was too much. I said, oh my God, like forever, like till I'm 60, like even when I'm like my wedding, and even like when I celebrate and like go on vacations and like travel, like no drinking ever. Like that I could not compute, nor did I want to compute, because I had been doing it my whole life. A world did not exist without alcohol. What did I do? How did I get sober? I'm almost sober 3 years. How did it happen? An idea came to me. Just do it for a year. Next birthday, do it as a gift to yourself. I could do that. I could do 1 year. I can't do a lifetime, but I can do a year. And I did. And that year turned into 2 years. And that 2 years is turning into 3 years. And now I'm in it. That was the doorway in. Because if I told myself I'm quitting forever, I might not have been successful. But if I gave myself a year, maybe you can give yourself a month. That'll turn into 6 months. That'll turn into a year. Whatever, with whatever goal or whatever habit you want to quit. Now I see, now that I'm in it, oh my God, I'm so happy. Hell's bells. Ain't gonna happen right now, but then I can't future trip. They call it future tripping. I'm only sober today. I have zero desire to drink today. And that's all I got to worry about. When tomorrow comes, I'll deal with it then. But that's how we do it. That's how we make any change. Decide today, this is all we have in this present moment, and just do that each moment. Then that'll be a success. But it's when we try to jump into the future, worry, try to have it all figured out, which we never do. Nobody does. We don't want to make any decisions. We don't want to do anything. Things scare us. I am up against a big thing right now, and I have just been enjoying this lesson. Oh, it's so good. So do every day all that you can do today, and do each act in an effective manner. In saying that you must hold your vision while you are doing each act. Okay. In saying that you must hold your vision while doing each act, however trivial or commonplace, I do not mean to say that it is necessary at all times to see the vision distinctly to its smallest detail. During your leisure hours, you should focus your imagination on the details of your vision in order to fix it firmly in your memory. So do take the time, whether it be prayer, meditation, visualization, before you go to bed at night, especially before you go to bed at night, before you drop off to sleep for those 7-8 hours. Think about it then in every detail. Ooh, every detail. Feel it, smell it, be it, every single detail. If you want a tip for creating using your imagination, before you go to bed, imagine in vivid detail. Play, have fun. Don't tell anybody. Just be so childlike, imagining, hearing the sounds, hearing the voices, seeing the sights, smelling the smells, envisioning a scene like a music video. Pick one thing you really, really want and imagine yourself getting it and play that same scene with emotion over and over every night. Do it for 30 days. Get emotionally involved in it. So do that in your leisure time. And if you want something, it says, if you wish speedy results, if you really have been waiting so long and you're like, I want it to happen yesterday. If you wish speedy results, spend practically all your spare time in this practice. The more you focus, like a laser focus, the stronger it gets, the faster it comes. It speeds up the process. This is the process. If you wish speedy results, spend practically all your spare time in this practice. By continuous contemplation, you will get the picture that you want firmly fixed upon your mind and completely transferred to the mind of the formless substance. Then, in your working hours, you will need only to mentally refer to the picture to stimulate your faith and purpose and to put forth your best effort. Contemplate your picture in your leisure hours until your consciousness is so full of it that it can grasp it instantly. It's like memorizing something, but we're doing it with images instead of words. When you know a song, you can get into song right away. Say it so fast. Do that with your images and your emotions. Memorize it. Imprint it into your mind. Sear it into memory. The good that you desire. You will become so enthusiastic about its bright promises that the mere thought of it will call forth the strongest energies of your whole being. How lovely is that? We're ending it with this. Let us again repeat our syllabus, and by slightly changing the closing statements, bring it to the point we have now reached. Soak this in. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imagined by the thought. You can form things in your thought, and by impressing your thought upon the formless substance, which is, remember, the formless substance, the ocean God, inside me, inside the cup of God. You can form things in your thought by impressing your thought upon the formless substance. It can cause the thing you think about to be created, manifest outside. In order to do this, you must pass from the competitive, outside, competing with other people, from the competitive to the creative mind. You must form a clear mental picture of the thing you want. And you must do it with faith, put your heart into it and your emotions, and purpose all that can be done each day. You must do it with faith and purpose, all that you can do that day, doing each separate thing in an effective manner. Put your heart in it, put your mind in it, put your soul in it. You can do it, whatever you want. Doesn't that feel good? I love that chapter. Effective action, as opposed to ineffective action. Let's be effective today, just today, Thursday, November 11th. Let's be effective today in everything that we do. Let's just pay more attention. Wake up. Because we can get into habits and routines and just be sleepwalking, just be doing things all day without our mind. Our mind is somewhere else, usually worrying or being negative. I hope you enjoyed that. I always do. As always, if you have any questions, please message me or schedule a free call. I have them all week, every day. If you would like to know more about the program that I teach, 6-month powerful program. Do you want to change your life? It is November, December. It's going to be 2022. It's going to be 2022. Where are you going to be next year? Where are you going to be in January? Where are you going to be in February? Where are you going to be in the summer? Are you going to have a hot bod on the beach? Are you going to be traveling? Where are you going to be? Where you're going to be is determined today. The decisions you make today. I encourage you to make a decision that will change the trajectory of where you'll be next year. Invest in yourself. Make a decision to change. If you've been doing the same things, if you've been getting the same results, nothing will change until you change your actions and your behaviors. I just want to read a couple more quotes. So it says, "You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." That's from James Allen. Also, from Napoleon Hill, but nobody is ready to receive a thing until they believe they can have it. You're not going to be ready to receive whatever you want, any dream, any hope you have. You're not going to be able to receive it until you believe you can have it. Do you believe you can have whatever you want? Yes or no? In your heart of hearts. If you don't, I highly, highly encourage you to message me. I will help you. I really will. It's changed my life and so many lives around me in a way that is rippling into the future and beyond. I said before, it's about mental health now. It's about happiness. It's not even about the goals. It's not. Those come. It's about my inner peace. It's about inner peace wherever you're at. Wouldn't that be a nightmare to get all your dreams to come true and not have your mind right? And be miserable and wanting to jump off the balcony of your 18-room mansion? Because that happens. We see it all the time. This is the inner work we have to do before we can go out and receive our dreams. Yes, you can receive your dreams on the outside world without doing it, but it will not sustain. It will crumble. It will fall. It will not be on stable ground. Build those roots deep. Go deep. Build that foundation on bedrock, not on sand. Oh, what a nightmare to do that. It really is tragic. So anyways, I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. I'll see you tomorrow.